Hey guys, it's Deja Vu. Welcome back to another video. It's been a little while in between uploads, but nonetheless, let's get into this one. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe, give the video a like, and turn on those notifications. I said in a previous video I was going to show you my Spawn Island strat. It's previously how I've been getting to Conqueror and solos in Asia and the North American server. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm jumping Kamishki and yeah, going to grab a boat and jump out to Spawn Island. So as I'm jumping down, I'm just scanning the perimeter of that bay to see if there was any boats in the water, but I couldn't see anything but a jet ski. I know vehicles have taken a real long time to spawn in, so I thought I'll just get a few weapons. And I know there's normally a vehicle around, which is a bike here now. I'm just going to go and grab that, and then go and ride around the bay, then try and grab a boat and head out. Also, for any of you that have an iPhone X and up that use gestures, it's awesome to use that guided access. Just stops you pulling down menus when you're trying to fire if the buttons are in the top corner of your screen. So if you don't know how to do that, just hit us up, and I might even make a video about it later on. So here we go, we've got our boat. One of the most important things to be looking out for when you're doing this strat is just the amount of fuel on this boat. So this one's got a full tank, so I can safely boost it all the way out. And as long as I leave a quarter of a tank in the boat, I've got plenty enough to get back if I don't find a fuel can on Spawn Island. I'm just going to speed this part up while I show you the route with how I like to loot Spawn Island. I find this to be the most efficient way to be able to loot it. I want to spend the least amount of time out here while I maximise the loot that I'm picking up. They have dulled down the loot out here a little bit, but as you've seen just then, I've still picked up a level 3 helmet. I still find really good guns out here. I still find good scopes. There's lots of meds, and on most occasions you'll find a flare gun. Things to keep in mind out here though, you are playing on the edge of the map, so the blue's going to hit you first, so it's really important to make sure you're picking up those meds, and as the blue zone comes in, make sure that you're fully boosted and stay fully boosted. This is what I've always done, and it's always really worked well for me, and I've never died to the zone. Other things to keep in mind of is other threats, so other people coming out here to do the same strat that you're doing. Sometimes you'll be here first and you park your boat up, and someone comes and blows your boat up, obviously seeing the boat being there. So you got one or two options to do then. If you have found a flare gun and you know your boat's being blown up, you can call that flare in and bring on the BRDM down and use that to cruise back over to the main island. The other option is if the boat's being blown up and you have no flare, just, if I were you, I'll be getting swimming straight away and getting back to the main island, because if you leave it too late and you start ticking too much of the blue, you bleed out in the water. Also, don't bother about looting any of those crates there. I've never found any loot. It's basically pointless and you're just going to be killing yourself. So it's back to the boat. I'm going to refuel it back up, even though I do have enough fuel in there, but I'm just going to refuel so I can boost it all the way back in. As I'm coming back into the mainland, I'll show you where I like to re-enter, because I found, again, this to be one of the most efficient ways to get back to the mainland. I just basically come to these set of rocks, boost it up, and then jump out. As I'm coming up these rocks here, there's sometimes a car that sits on my right, just there, and there's another car behind these buildings. But doing this strat, again, I'm going to stay in the blue. I'm going to loot around for meds and other guns, either look for flares, look for more scopes. Just basically, I'm just killing time in the blue here because I'm just going for that top 10 finish. I'm trying to achieve points to push for Conqueror and solos. So again, I'll just loot around Kamishki and again, waste time while the people alive run down. And once it gets to around the 20 mark, that's when I'll decide to basically start pushing into zone and looking to get more kills and play a bit more aggressive to maximise my points. This strat does get very monotonous and quite boring. I know it's probably not going to be the most fun video to watch, but this does achieve what it's meant to do. If you want to get Conqueror, and again, you don't have to be a great player to do so. I've done this 7 times, and again, I'm sure if you want to persist doing it this way, you can achieve Conqueror too. So with only 23 people left, I'm just going to loot this last final building and head into zone. As you can see, you can survive for a long time in the blue, as long as you got the meds and you stay topped up, keeping yourself fully boosted, using those bandages just for those little top ups, and when you really need to, throw on your first aid kit or even a full med kit. But here we go. Here we're going to find a vehicle and we're going to get into zone and pick up the action. So since I didn't get to find a flare gun on Spawn Island, I thought I might as well go and steal someone else's. This guy rocking up actually did me a favour. He probably thought this was my flare. Putting a few shots on him, put a bit of pressure. It sounded like I popped his tyre. He does a bit of a lap around the compound. Probably thinks I'm in one of the buildings myself, but I'm just sitting on the outside being a bit sweaty, and he does a big loop around and gives me an easy shot to take him out. Now to turn my attention back to the guy that actually shot the flare. I cut about a minute of jostling out with him. I don't really understand this move that he did because he was being really tied up in that compound. I threw about 3 or 4 nades in there, and in the end he just flanks out and I get an easy kill with a third party peek. Thanks very much, Ronnie, for the loot. Well, that was lesson 101 with how to potato with an MK. Lucky that guy was low because I'm pretty sure I only shot him in his little finger. So right now with only 10 alive and 6 kills, if you're in like the high crowns to ace as well, pushing for that Conqueror title, you're definitely going to be getting some points out of this game. So that's always a good thing, and then you can sort of just relax now. Again, push a little harder to try and get a few more, but at least you know you're going to be making some positive points, and what you've done prior to the game by playing out the blues paid off. Yeah, I'm too much out in the open here. I really want to win this one, so I'm just going to go and get to some cover. At the time I didn't understand why that wasn't a headshot, but slowing it down just proves that I was sort of straight past his ear. That's a better shot, but definitely something I need to improve on. I'm going to be getting into the arcade sniper modes a lot more when they're available. I feel they're the best ways to improve your snipes. On the training ground, it doesn't really work the best. I feel the bullet drop isn't justified when you're shooting at the targets. Hence why getting into the arcade sniper modes and actually playing as you would be in a classic mode is the best way to improve that, and best way to learn how the lead times are and to adjust your shots over different terrains. Well, only one more to go, and it still amazes me that people will still go and snake around in the grass, and with this overlook here, and I think I pick him up in the unrendered grass. It just amazes me how people will still prone like this. It's just easy pickings. I had to throw this in for just some amusement. I've played loads of better games, and I just think the Pubg rating system is broken, but I'll take it though, 100 rating. So I just want to prove that the first game wasn't a fluke and this strat really does work. This was back-to-back games. So I know the flight path not going over Kamishki, it does not matter. Like, you can do this anywhere on the map. Doesn't matter if it's going over Military Island. You just got to jump out, make sure you find a car, circle around the bay, look for a boat. If there's not a boat south, you can check north of the island. But if there's not one there either, just loot Kamishki and again the compounds on the northern part of that island. Again, you're playing in the blue. Come in late when there's only 20 to go, and you want to be probably aiming for at least 4 kills and getting a top 10, and you will make the points. So that's my strat to be making Conqueror. So I'll just speed up through this again while I loot it, and I'll show another gameplay in solos.
Yo, listen up, here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night and everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around. Cause he ain't got nobody to listen. I'm blue, I've been deed, I've been died, 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 I've been deed, I've been died. I'm blue, I've been deed, I've been died, I've been deed, I've been died, I've been deed, I've been died, I've been deed, I've been died.
So you notice I'm back at the same spot that I was in the first game. This is what I do quite a lot when I'm pushing rank in solos. Again, it gets a bit monotonous, but that's the way I play. I'm not like other players that are really good. They can just drive around their car and be really aggressive. I like to know the area that I'm fighting in, be confident in it, and depending on where the zone lands, I'll just go and pick one of those compounds, a hill, etc., and take advantage of it from there. But all I'm doing is just using my position to my advantage. I feel I can play this way well. Some people may disagree that it's a boring way, it's sweaty. I understand that, but when you want to push for that rank, the risk is not worth the reward. Like the way the point system is, that you do have to play in a very passive way to push up the ranks. Again, that's why I do like to play more squads now and play aggressive and just have fun. I think it's important to do so. But again, when you're going for that rank, you do need to make sure you hit those top 10s, and you do need to get, you know, at least 4 kills plus to be making those points. Trust me to hit a headshot with a Car 98. If I had an AWM, it would have been all body. But at least I've made top 10, got 4 kills, so I know I'm in the points again. There's some sweaty bloke in this building as well. Again, I can play more aggressive now. Doesn't really matter. I've made positive points, so I'm happy with that. This guy here should have eaten me up. Oh, poor bloke did all the hard work for me, and I'll just take the easy third party. These last couple of zones had me absolutely baffled. I should have been dead at least 3 times over. These absolutely 3 sweaty mugs are just too scared to fire their gun, and they had ample opportunity to take me out. You've got to be kidding me. I was half health. You've got a grozer. You're snaking, got the jump on me, and you're still going to kill me. You're not going to win games like that, mate. It's time to get all sweaty myself. I've been running around this hillside. I'll put it down to these last couple of trees he has to be behind. So I'm just going to throw a few mollies and grens out and see if I can get him on the move. Bingo, there you are. And And that's back-to-back chicken dinners, and that's as simple as by using that spawn island strat, playing deep in the blue, coming in with there's 20 people to go, and making your top 10 and hopefully taking that chicken dinner. I hope people have found this video somewhat useful and maybe use it in the future to get themselves Conqueror. If there's any other ways of how you do it, yeah, let me know, because I'll be keen to troll them myself. Well, that's it for another video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and as always, I really appreciate the support for the channel. It just helps keeps me more motivated to be making more content. Again, if you're new to the channel, please remember to smash that subscribe button, give the video a like, turn on those notifications for upcoming videos, and leave a comment. Any suggestions will be taken on board. Until next time, stay safe, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.